Good morning, everyone. My name is Cameron. Welcome to my kitchen here in Thailand. And today we are going to be chatting about mindful eating. So, our countertop chat, prop yourself up in your kitchen or get comfortable wherever you are in the world. Maybe grab yourself a tea. I've just prepared a butterfly holy basil tea. So as people hop on and join, we're just hanging out, having our countertop talk, our countertop chat. Just get yourself comfortable. And today we're not cooking or making a recipe. We're just going to be getting some tips and tricks and talking holistic health and ways to make healthy living and lifestyle easy and accessible and fun. So as I said, grab yourself a tea. This one's still quite steamy, so we'll let it cool. And as we go, as people hop on and join, please feel free to ask any questions or leave comments as we go. This space is for you as well to be gaining knowledge and insights on healthy living and making it convenient. So definitely, ask your questions or leave comments or different thoughts that you're having, and I will do my best as we go to answer them. So grab your tea, whether it's evening or morning. Good morning here from Thailand. It's 9 a.m. So just starting the day. I've done my morning meditation, and now having our tea and our countertop chat. Let's just take a few breaths as a few more people join us, and then we will start talking about mindful eating. So just wherever you are, taking a second, taking a few deep breaths, maybe closing the eyes, tuning into the environment around you, becoming present. Maybe tuning in to the different sounds. Got some roosters outside my window. Different birds. Noticing what's around you, where you are in space. Maybe hearing the slight sound of your breath. And then beginning to notice some of the feeling. So with that breath, maybe noticing the slight rise and fall of your chest and of your belly with each inhale and exhale. Noticing how your body is feeling, if you're holding any tension anywhere. Letting your awareness travel from your toes. Notice how you're grounded to the earth. All the way up your legs and your knees. Into your hips. Just noticing, breathing, integrating your breath with your body and your feeling. Relaxing the belly, sending your breath deep into your belly, into your hara, energy center. Moving your awareness into your chest. Into your shoulders, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Releasing any tension. If you're carrying the weight of the world, just letting it go. Arriving in this present moment. No worries, no to-dos. Bringing your awareness to your arms, down to your fingertips. Letting energy travel through your fingers. relaxing the neck. And clenching your jaw. Maybe relaxing the tongue from behind your teeth, just letting it drop a little bit. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes, in between the brow. Just seeing if you can release a little bit more tension. And then bringing your awareness to the top of your head, to your crown chakra. Just observing yourself as you are, integrating your breath with your body, with your feelings in this moment, right now where you are. Then we'll slowly blink open the eyes, arriving back to this moment. Hello everybody, good morning. Let's have a sip of tea. My butterfly pea flower and holy basil tea. It's a nice rich blue color. Super nice, really nice ingredients, and butterfly peas flowers grow everywhere here on the island, so it's super magical. All right, so today we are going to be not cooking necessarily, but building foundation and culinary confidence, tools we need for mindful eating, and ways to cook healthy in a way that nourishes our mind, body, and spirit. So first tip I'm going to start off with is reading ingredients. This is super, super important, and at first it might seem a bit like a daunting task, or might cause a lot of resistance or struggle as you begin to build awareness around what you're eating. But it's the foundational principle for eating healthy is all about knowing what you're eating and knowing where your food comes from. So first trick is read your ingredients. So if you're at the supermarket, everything you're buying that's packaged, pre-prepared, read the ingredients. And here I'm not really talking about reading the nutrition facts. I'm not really caring so much about calories or the amount of carbohydrates or protein. This is one everybody seems to hype about, especially when you're transitioning to a plant-based diet. But if you're eating whole, real, fresh foods, natural from the earth, you're eating a balanced diet, you're eating the rainbow, and you're acting intuitively out of your place of centeredness and alignedness, then I feel you're going to be getting the nutrition that you need. No one's ever really had a protein deficiency and died of protein, lack of protein. You're going to get the nutrients that you need, and even animals that get their protein from plants. And so if you are eating animals, that's just kind of a middleman for getting your protein that's naturally coming from the plants. So if you're eating a lot of plants and eating your balanced diet, you're going to be getting the nutrients you need. So no need to really worry so much or stress about the numbers. I feel it's kind of been like a modern day fad diet thing to be counting all our calories, and that's kind of entered as well as packaged food has entered into society. So that's not something that's really been around or part of such a natural lifestyle. If we're eating from the earth, then we're going to be healthy and we're going to be aligned and high energy. So reading ingredients, not the nutrition label, not counting calories, not feeling restricted there, that you're going to eat super packaged, chemical, preservative, 100 calorie pack of crackers, instead of eating a bunch of nuts, or something that might be higher in calories. If you compare like 100 calories of crackers and 100 calories of nuts, it's going to be different, but they're going to affect your body completely different. So opt for a handful or two of nuts over something prepackaged. It might be higher calorie, but it's going to affect the way your body functions on an energetic level and how the organs and everything functions and optimizes. So choose which one, not counting calories to fit inside some sort of restriction regimen that you're putting yourself in, but coming more from a place of abundance and feeling and energy. So noticing which one your body is wanting more. Yes, thank you. We've got some people agreeing and giving some shout outs, so thank you. And as we're discussing, please feel free to chime in, leave your comments. I'd love this to be a two-way discussion, so leave your thoughts and comments and questions as we go. So reading ingredients, super important, not the nutrition label, but where it says ingredients, and then we'll write out all the ingredients. And they're written out often in the quantity in which it appears in the package. So the first ingredient will be the most, and the last ingredient will be the last. But read all of them. And a couple of tricks here. These are always fun. I love this discussion. I don't know why my screen keeps going black, but I don't want it to cut off, so I might have to tap it sometimes. But okay, this is super fun. It's kind of, it's fun. So you're reading ingredients, you're kind of looking at what's going to be in your package. Little tips here. If you don't know what it is, then maybe best not to eat it. You'll come across a lot of like words and chemicals and things that you honestly will be like, I have no idea what that is or where it comes from. So these things definitely avoid. If it sounds like it should be in a science lab instead of your body, then maybe best not to eat it, because a lot of our food nowadays is designed in science and chemistry labs. By a group of experts that design it to make it addictive. And they want you to eat more and more, the maximum amount, like bliss point, to get people to be heavy users that will come back. And the things that they're putting in these products, the ingredients that you're using to design your packaged products, these things are have an effect on our body. They're like, everything is a message around us. Our food, our environments, everything is a stimulus and response. So the food that they're designing is creating an entire effect on the body, making us want more, crave more, letting things kind of spiral within the body for crash and crave cycles or increased appetite or hormone imbalance. So definitely be aware of how different ingredients will affect the body, and definitely these science labs or chemicals that we're consuming is designed to make us want more, make us addicted to these products. So avoid those. Avoid a bunch of added sugars, and there's a lot of hidden names for sugars. You can find these in my Setting the Foundation Holistic Health book. You can find the link here in my shop on Instagram, as well as follow the link in my bio or roottorise.online, and you can find the shop there and find my books that I've published. Those are hardback books. One is Setting the Foundation Holistic Health Guidebook, and I've got a bunch of hidden names for sugars and MSG. And those are thrown a lot into packaged products to, again, increase cravings and making you want more, never feeling satisfied, just wanting more and more and more. So you eat more, and they make bigger profits as you consume more products. So they're more concerned about your their bottom line and profits than about the general welfare's health and also the pharmaceutical industry there and big food corporations. It's all tied together, and there's a lot of corruption there happening, and they don't make money off of healthy people. So keep that in mind. All right, we've got a couple questions here. What are you drinking? This is my butterfly pea and holy basil tea as we're having our countertop chat here. Welcome to tea time. I don't eat food with labels or ingredients. All my food is fruits and veggies. The only label I need to see is the organic label. This is beautiful, super amazing. And yeah, this is the easiest way to avoid having to read all your ingredient labels, is just to eat food without ingredient labels. So let me think here for a second. Was there anything else I wanted to say about reading ingredients? Quick and easy, just avoid things that you don't know and can't pronounce. Probably not best for your body, but have a look. And even if you don't know specifically what each ingredient, how it would affect your body, different food colorings, creating hyperactivity in kids, or all these different things causing digestive problems or gut, leaky gut. Even if you don't know specifically how each ingredient will affect the body, rule of thumb, if you can't pronounce it, if it sounds like it should be in a science lab, don't eat it. It probably has adverse negative health effects on the body. So simple, easy, read ingredients. So coming to our next simple, easy tip is eat whole, real, and fresh foods, opting for organic and local products. So this comes to, again, if you don't need to read an ingredient label, but kind of also taking this with a grain of salt, if you know this expression, because not everything is what meets the eyes. So we're wanting to eat more plants, plant-based abundance, eating lots and lots of plants, so do your best here. But then taking it one step further for optimization is choosing organic, local. So here you're going to be having less pesticides. So maybe you're looking at an apple and it looks like an apple, but then to kind of question a little bit deeper of how is this apple grown? Where does it come from? When was it picked? Is it ripe? How long was it sitting in storage? How long did it take to get from the tree to here in my hand? So kind of going a little bit deeper and just kind of questioning and becoming curious about where your food is coming from, how it was grown, what kind of soil was it grown in. And we could talk a lot about soil and soil health and how important this is for our earth, for our survival. Everything comes down to the soil in which it's grown in. But we won't get too much into that. We're just trying to keep some quick and easy tips for today. So not always trusting where the food comes from, but questioning and going a bit deeper. So becoming present as we're shopping, reading ingredients, some sauces and everything. Even if it's like dried fruit, sometimes they add a bunch of sugar into this. So really starting to just everything that's packaged, pick it up, glance at the label. Even if you look at it and still decide to buy it, start to build the awareness within yourself. And slowly over time, as you do it more and more, the struggle phase will disappear and it will become easy. It's a practice, and you start to look more and more and know which brands you trust, which products to use, and so you'll know which products to reach for at the grocery store. So then as you create kind of like a bank of all the products that you like to use, then you read the ingredients less and less. But as you get started, or even products that you think you trust but you haven't looked at the ingredient list, just take a look so you can build the awareness. So that's on packaged products, and then even products without a label. remembering that not everything is what meets the eye, going a little bit deeper here. And again, it's not perfect and not every time, but trying to choose organic and local, shopping at your farmer's market, making it a fun weekend activity, get your family there, get involved, support local, and just remembering to look a little bit about how our food is grown, because if it's doused in chemicals and Roundup, this is a big one that is a known carcinogen, then you're consuming these things that again are messages and signals into the body that create a whole cascade of how the body responds. So choosing whole, real, fresh, organic, local, this is going to be the safest bet and highest optimization. What are your thoughts on organic produce grown using cow manure? Are we still vegan if we eat that? What are my thoughts here? I think, animals, they're our friends, and if we're using their manure, this can be part of the circle of life. Again, vegan or not, this I guess depends on your own definition of vegan. I use this term a lot. I technically am vegan. I use honey, I guess, because I use this, but I'm more into eating intuitively, and not so much using labels and giving the power to you. You decide what you want. Don't let a label or put yourself in a box, just eat how you feel. But I would be a bit concerned. Cow manure, what comes in goes out, and a lot of cows are fed a lot of not so nice things and things that are not part of their diet. They're fed a lot of GMO, corn, soy. They're known to eat like other animal feathers and feces and parts, and like candy that's like been sent from food companies that wasn't fit for selling, or like all kinds of crazy things. So if the cows are eating this, then they're pooping it, and I couldn't imagine that would be so nice. But I mean, I don't know too much about it. That's just kind of what comes into my mind. What would make really good fertilizer: growing your own food and creating an awesome compost pile. Y'all should see my Mount Everest growing behind my house of compost. And then you're getting great fertilizer from all your produce that you use, and you're choosing healthy, high quality fruits and veggies, so your waste is going to be high quality, and then you have amazing fertilizer there and can have an amazing garden to spend your time and connect with earth and get your hands in the soil and really be aware of how your food grows as you infuse it with your energy. So there are my quick thoughts on that. Awesome. Vegan gardening, this is super cool. Let me know how this is in regenerative agriculture. Send me some messages. I'd love to hear about it. Plant only compost, yes. And part of the eating mindfully, grow and know where your food comes from. Garden, this is simple, easy. Grow some of your own food, grow some of your herbs. This is super easy, can be nice plants in your kitchen, and really, connecting you with your food and where it comes from. Okay, how's everybody feeling? Okay, staying with our breath, staying with our body feeling. Next tip is eating minimal ingredients. So after we've gone to the store, we've chosen our ingredients by reading the labels or having no labels, but also questioning where our food is grown, choosing organic if possible, choosing local, shopping at our farmer's market. Next, looking at the dishes we're gonna prepare. So choosing recipes that require minimal ingredients. So optimum is 10 ingredients or less for easy digestion, because as I said, food is a bunch of signals and messages into our body, which creates our mood and emotions and how we react and how all our organs are functioning. So if you're sending in a lot of stimulus, the body's gonna get a little bit confused. It's gonna have a lot going on. So minimal ingredients for digestion, optimum is 10 or less, and that includes sauces. So again, if you're buying prepackaged dressings for your salad or sauces, that might already have 10 ingredients just in the sauce. So homemade, simple is best, because you're infusing it with your own energy. It's creating kind of a meditative, mindful process while you're in the kitchen, while you're preparing. I notice so often the difference between when I cook, because I do it a lot, and when I eat out, which I love to do to support other people, to gain inspirations, to be nourished from others. But I notice actually that I nourish myself the best when I cook myself. I'm a lot fuller because you go through the whole process of preparing the food, touching the food, choosing all your ingredients. You know exactly what's going in, you know exactly where your food is coming from. You can make your sauces super homemade, easy, flavorful, delicious, with minimal ingredients. And then as you're eating it, you're more filled. You are satisfied a bit more. You don't leave feeling more hungry. You're really, full of all your energy and full of your good ingredients and love, and you've put your time and effort into it. So you're nourishing yourself, you're giving yourself, it's an act of self-love. Your tea is getting cold, someone said. I think I just prepared it before our talk, so it's just still cooling a bit. Another quick little comment here. Yes, this is a dehydrator next to me. I've also got my juicer and blender up here on our counter kitchen talk this morning. All right, so minimal ingredients for digestion. Optimum 10 or less. But again, just, you don't have to always be perfect, and what is perfect, don't fixate on this number, just know that minimal is best, but it doesn't have to always be this way. Be gentle with yourself, especially knowing that it's a journey. So as I even said, when you're choosing ingredients, this is part of the journey too, just building awareness. Even if you still choose to consume the product with all kinds of things that you don't know what they are, and numbers and craziness, even if you decide to eat this, then decide to eat this and stand in your power and yes, I'm choosing to do this. Know that it is a choice, and just build the awareness. So just create the habit of reading it, and then maybe over time, you decide to reach for something else. But just, even if you choose it, know what you're choosing. So same with minimal for digestion. As you're preparing, just start to be mindful about how many ingredients you're putting into your dish, or when you're ordering out, how many different ingredients would be in what you're consuming. Just start to build some mindfulness around it, and then over time, it's a journey, it's a process, then your actions will start to maybe change, but it won't feel so forced. It'll feel easy as you integrate the body feeling and what your mind knows as well. So, okay, our next tip. We've already talked a little bit about this, but knowing where your food comes from and how it's grown, just thinking about where it comes from the earth, and maybe even start to get intuitive. I remember even just a couple of years ago, I was like, how are cashews grown? I had no idea in my mind, what it would look like on the tree, or it was a bush, or I had no idea. So that was kind of a funny one. And even kids, get them involved. Do you know how broccoli is grown? This one's super fun. It comes up through the center of the plant and has all the leaves on the outside. Or, your bell peppers hanging from the bush, pumpkins on the ground. So just kind of thinking about the plant, where it comes from on the earth, how it's grown, and again, how it's grown, as in, is it having pesticides or herbicides sprayed all over it? Is it genetically modified? Corn and soy, these are huge, especially in our packaged products and food industry. They're used as fillers. It's cheap. It's genetically modified. They're given to animals, cows especially. This is like the main component of their diet is GMO corn and soy products. And these are used to fatten them up quickly and cheaply. So it's the same with humans. If you're eating a lot of corn products that are GMO, grown for mass production and bottom lines, aka profits, GMO corn and soy, same, they're sprayed with a bunch of pesticides. They're going to be having adverse effects on our health, fattening us up quickly and cheaply, which again then is feeding the pharmaceutical industry because they're not making money off of healthy people. So it's just all kind of a loop here. So we're trying to get out of the loop. So reading ingredients, if you're seeing corn syrup or anything corn, if you're buying corn or soy products, tofu, choosing organic. Definitely. And again, in my Setting the Foundation book, all about holistic health and food education, you can find information on GMO and hidden names for sugar. A lot of sugar nowadays is derived from corn, high fructose corn syrup. You can find some of this information there, some as well on Roundup and how this is affecting the body, a known carcinogen. So just really, again, looking at your food and what actually is it, remembering that not everything is what meets the eye. So next, we've bought our food with mindfulness. We've prepared our food with mindfulness, infusing it with our energy, being present as we're preparing, choosing minimal ingredients. You can make a huge salad with 10 ingredients. Promise you'll be super filled. Or roasted vegetables. Choose a couple roasted vegetables and throw them on a salad. Kind of mixing there your raw and roasted, a little bit of grounding, a little bit of high vibes from your raw. So playing around there and seeing what feeds your body. So we've prepared our dish, we've infused it with all of our love. We know where it's coming from, we know the ingredients, how we prepared it. Next is offering gratitude. This is one that I love a lot. Okay, so next is gratitude. And this is offering gratitude. I started learning this. I mean, I grew up saying a blessing over the food before eating, as I would eat with my family, and also when I've done in different meditation retreats around the world. One big one that was super influential was one at home, one in Nepal, and visiting different temples around the world, especially here in Southeast Asia. But that tradition in all religions, so it's not really a religious thing, it's just part of universal law, universal truth, and love, which is love and compassion, the base of all religions. So maybe we all have different paths and different routes and use different methods to get to our certain destination, but I think under all the different paths, all the different ways, the main component is love and compassion. So kind of cultivating that mindfulness, that attitude of gratitude. So giving love to your food, again recognizing the people that grew the food, for the earth, for the sun, for the rain, for all the elements, for providing this food, this miracle. If you look at it like, wow, how is this grown and now I'm eating it? The colors, the smell, really be present. We did this mindful meditation in the beginning of this demo, this live call, just to drop in. So taking that moment before eating to drop in, to create presence, to just notice where you are in space, notice the food in front of you, tap into your senses, the smells, the colors, preparing for the tastes, offering gratitude for the earth, for the people that grew your food, for them and their families, for all their hard work. Same with the people that transported the food, harvested the food, people that sold you the food at the grocery store or the farmer's market, and for their families. And just kind of creating this whole web and network of how this food got to you and how much energy is actually involved in it, and offering compassion for all the people involved and for their lives, and that they may be happy and healthy as well, sending out the gratitude and intentions for them. So connecting here again with all beings, and offering compassion for all living things. So offering gratitude before you eat. This is a big one. This is a fun one. If you're eating with others, you can kind of popcorn around the table and everybody can kind of offer some gratitude or their own blessings. If you're with people from all different backgrounds or all different religions, and in the end, we're all different. So everybody kind of putting in their own unique blessing and gratitude. And this creates a lot of mindfulness and love for the food, and creates, again, more mindfulness for while you're consuming the food. So that takes us to our next tip, maybe our last tip for today. But the eating process. So you've prepared your food, so much energy has gone into it, the shopping, the prep, the cooking. You're infusing it with all your love, as well as life is managing all around you and spiraling. But here you are in front of your food about to consume. You've blessed it with all your gratitude and given it lots of love. So now to eat your food, and you want to eat again in that state of mindfulness. So again, you want to be consuming in that attitude of gratitude, noticing the tastes, really chewing your food here. So taking a second, you'll notice if you start to bring a little awareness into it, and again, it's something that just over time becomes natural, but notice when you're eating, if you're eating and just shoveling the food, fork after fork, into your mouth. Maybe sometimes too, you're eating and already have the next bite before you finish eating and putting it in your mouth. So here it's just becoming a lot of the habit, and like consume, trying to kind of fill up ourselves. Food is so much linked to emotions, especially in our modern day society, and how media has put food and cultures of the way we consume. So just creating a little bit of mindfulness here, a really quick and easy tip to bring a lot of awareness to your food behavior and consumption is doing a fast. And if you're interested in fasting, juice fasting, or water fasting, send me a DM. You can also join online juice fasting retreats with people around the world. I have discount codes on my website, so check those out through the Initiation/Institute for Aliveness. Check those out, and you'll automatically, as you are not chewing, you're not consuming, you're just doing juices or water, you'll really start to notice, and a lot will come up emotionally and mentally too around your food and food behaviors. So it brings a lot and quick awareness to your patterns. But okay, so eating mindfully, so chewing, being present, not just shoveling it in, or I've got to eat quick to get to this next thing, dropping into where you are, dropping into the space with your food and the colors, and feeling the earth around you, and chewing with love and with the curiosity of the flavors in each bite, and maybe thinking about how the food is going to be uplifting your energy and raising your vibration, so that you can be even more present into all areas of your life. So building that presence while we're eating, chewing mindfully, maybe sometimes too, eat in silence, eat with yourself in silence. And again, just be observing yourself, no judgments. Don't be negatively self-talking here, but just kind of observing how you are and how you're eating. And noticing, okay, if I'm eating really fast, okay, what's on my mind here? Or what emotions am I feeling? And, it's okay, but just being aware, okay, actually I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling angry, or I feel like I need nurturing, and this is why I'm really eating this way or chose this food. So noticing that everything is kind of linked together, and one thing always influences another. So just building more and more awareness around this. Eating your food with mindfulness, chewing, being aware of the flavors and the sensations, and again, coming back to that gratitude that you're filling yourself up with love and whole ingredients, real ingredients, fresh ingredients that are just gonna boost your immunity, boost your vitality, and optimize how you engage with the world in all areas of your life. And that's the holistic, it all can kind of come back to diet and how we nurture ourselves to then overflow into other areas of our life, into how we upkeep our environments, or how we engage with other people, how we carry ourselves in the world, with our confidence or lack thereof. Everything can come back to how we're feeling within our body, within our mind. Our food affects our body, our mind, our hormones, everything. It's all connected. This is why it's holistic approach. We cannot just eat well, not exercise, or we can't exercise our way out of a bad diet. Everything affects everything, down to every cell, every atom of our body. So it's holistic. We are an ecosystem, and we have to look at health as an ecosystem, everything around us, and coming back to infusing every cell, every atom of our being with gratitude and with self-compassion, understanding and accepting ourselves, so that we can offer compassion to others as well. So we're eating mindfully, we're choosing our foods, we're preparing, we're eating mindfully. Okay, here is actually the last tip that we will talk about today, is then about letting go. Pause, build some suspension here. Okay, this is a big one, and this is really crushes my heart so much when I see how media influences people's perception of body image, self-worth, self-value, self-love, the way we view ourselves, and then the way the mind works, and often creates a lot of judgments towards ourselves. So this is about eating and then letting go. So you're being mindful as you prepare, you're offering a lot of love and energy into your dish. And even if there's things, we're always functioning to the best of our ability, based on our capacity, based on our level of consciousness. So everybody, if you always come in with that understanding and assume everybody is doing the best that they can, this will help ease a lot of judgments or self-criticisms, So if you're just acknowledge that you're doing the best you can, sometimes I'm reaching or really making a lot of cakes, and I'm choosing a lot of whole ingredients, but I'm like, okay, that's a lot of cake or something like this, then, actually not bringing in that judgment, but just acknowledging, okay, I'm using whole ingredients or doing the best that I can, and knowing that that's gonna serve me at this moment. So not feeling guilty or shame around your food. So even if you're not plant-based, maybe you're transitioning more to a vegan or plant-based diet, or trying to cut out breads or gluten, or just, trying to align your energy more or gain more food awareness, remembering that it is a journey and a process, and never to carry that guilt or shame around with you after, because again, this will have a negative effect on your body. It will increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which throws all other things in your body, all other hormones in the nervous system, and your fight and flight response. All these things get stimulated and then out of whack and then into chaos, and then it's just going and swirling again into more of a crazy elevated state. So you want to let go of guilt or shame. You don't want stress around your food. So this can be quite hard as media and social media and everything is like bombarding us with all kinds of information around health, and looking at people all around the world, all different body types and images. It can really spark a lot of comparison, and this is one thing too that we want to look at, which is again part of holistic health. Looking at our mental health is a huge part of this. So really trying not to compare, just really being in yourself, centered in yourself, not comparing yourself with other people. You have no idea, especially just from an image, about a person's life, what they're going through mentally, emotionally, physically. You don't know what they're eating throughout the entire day, or how that fluctuates day to day. So there is no reason ever to compare yourself. So you just want to be choosing moment by moment, doing your best from your level of consciousness. So just doing your best moment to moment, and knowing that the more you become aware of putting in your best efforts, the more you start to raise your vibration on all levels, then your best will get higher and higher, and higher than what? That doesn't matter. You'll just start to feel more optimized, feel more centered in yourself, start to feel better, and then carry yourself with more confidence and more vitality and aliveness into all areas of your life. And that doesn't mean that it's not fluctuating, and that your best one day is going to look different than your best the next day. But if you just constantly commit to this and build awareness around it, and not compare yourself to others or what other people are doing, just learning what's best for you and being confident in that, then you will automatically start to see how your choices around food and around your life start to change. So a big part here for creating a positive self-image, body image, becoming comfortable in your skin and loving yourself, is really not caring what other people think. So take a big bite of this, not caring what other people think, not caring what they say, because you are so centered within yourself that you feel so confident about your decisions, that you know that you are on a journey, and maybe you do something and in the next moment you're like, I don't know why that I was doing the best I could in the moment, but there is no perfect. So just letting things fluctuate and just doing the best you can, not carrying guilt or shame, not eating and then sitting there after like, why did I eat this? I don't feel good. If you eat with presence, if you eat with mindfulness, if you eat with gratitude, then you'll be sitting there afterwards like, yes, okay, I feel so nourished, I feel full, I feel good, like maybe in another hour I will be ready, to go for a walk or do physical activity. Right now I'm just gonna lay here and enjoy, maybe if you're in a food coma from all your delicious salad, whole food ingredients, or whatever it is you're eating. But again, you've prepared it all, or you've chosen from a menu something amazing and that other people have infused their energy into. So just choosing and being mindful while you eat, and then not carrying that guilt or shame, not I shouldn't have eaten that, or start beating yourself up because you ate half a jar of peanut butter or whatever it is, just choose mindfully and do the best you can. Notice maybe if you're eating that half a jar of peanut butter, okay, emotionally I'm feeling this and this, start to dissect a little bit of where the emotions and behavior is coming from, and then, okay, now I understand, how can I choose healthy ways to address this dense emotion instead of, then maybe hitting the bottom of the jar of peanut butter, but not carrying that guilt or shame around after. Just eating, letting it go, you don't need to then carry your meal and whatever it is into the rest of your day. So if you're having breakfast and then moving into your work activities, have your breakfast and then move into your rest of your day, not still, I shouldn't have eaten that, I feel this from eating that, maybe observe it, but don't carry all this like tension and guilt and self-criticism around what you eat. Eat it and let it go, and that way you've eaten with your gratitude and loving intentions, and then you can be at work and fully immersed in work and be present for the people around you, be focused and aware of your actions, of what you're doing. You can be fully immersed in those projects and be present again in your space with what you're doing, instead of in your mind constantly with your self-judgments and self-criticisms. So again, a big part of mindful eating and holistic health is self-acceptance and self-love, and just offering gratitude for yourself, for your journey, for building mindfulness around eating and your food and all things in your life, offering that self-compassion for yourself. And a lot of self-acceptance and knowing it's a journey. And if you notice something doesn't sit well or digest well or leaves you feeling with a headache or super sluggish or not good, then don't beat yourself up for experimenting with your body. This is a big thing too. Just think of life as like an experiment, this is your laboratory. So no need to carry the guilt or shame, just maybe not choose to eat it again afterwards. Be like, that was a fun experiment. A personal example, I don't eat a lot of gluten. I'm not celiac, but as I've experienced with my own body, I for sure know that I have sensitivity. I think a lot of people would realize this if they start to reduce or do a fast and then bring it back in. But every now and then I still like to have bread. I'll choose homemade bread, high quality bread. I read the ingredients or choose from bakeries that I know are using good. So if it's not a gluten-free bread and I'm choosing to eat bread, I don't feel bad about it after. I'm making that conscious choice and I will enjoy it while I eat it. It's maybe like a once a month thing, once every 2 weeks, I don't know. Depends, always changing. But I'll notice the next morning I wake up and I can't make a fist with my hands. It's feeling super swollen, I'm feeling puffy. Maybe the next day I wake up and I have like 24-hour really bad allergies and my nose is super, super running. This sometimes happens with nuts as well. And I've never had a nut allergy, but after fasting, I notice this a lot. That I'll have peanut butter or some cashews, and I notice that then I get really bad mucus and congestion and nose running super crazy and sneezing so much. That doesn't mean that now I actually don't eat nuts. I do, I love them, but I build my mindfulness and awareness around this. So maybe the amount that I'm consuming, or just like, hey, this happened, okay, how can I now integrate that into how I live my life? Or when I'm choosing to reach for those things, okay, this might be an after effect. Am I willing to subscribe to this? Is this what I want for tomorrow or not? So just kind of playing around, thinking it's a living laboratory here with our bodies. So always that sense of play, the sense of curiosity with our bodies, with our food, where it comes from, what's in it, reading our ingredients. So really mindful eating, I guess, out of all our tips today, and we're wrapping up here. So as well, if you have any last minute questions or comments or thoughts, please let me know here in the comments. For our kitchen countertop talk, but I guess overall for mindful eating, quick and easy, just little reminders is to come into the present moment, drop in to your body, to your breath, to your surroundings. Take a second to integrate, your body, your mind, connecting to spirit, and just that overall sense, instead of just running on autopilot, that we're coming into the present moment, that we're coming in with gratitude for the moment, for Earth, for our food, for ourselves, for all beings, that we're coming in with a sense of curiosity, of play, experiment, and self-acceptance and self-love. So noticing that no matter where we go in the world, no matter where we are, what we do, we are always there for ourselves. We cannot outrun ourselves. So we need to love ourselves and accept ourselves. And we can do that starting as a practice with our food, and just loving what we eat, maybe noting that we are what we eat. So choosing alive ingredients, choosing plants and things that optimize our health, choosing minimal ingredients for optimum digestion, and yeah, just play around with it, self-accept, don't carry any guilt or shame, and for sure do not compare with other people. You do not know their lives, what they're doing, how they're doing, whatever. So just don't compare. This is toxic on all levels of your holistic health for your entire ecosystem. This is toxic and will lower your vibration. Because then you'll start to spiral in all these negative thoughts and comparisons and putting yourself down and down and down. And what we really want to do is self-empower ourselves. So choose whole ingredients, read ingredients, minimal ingredients, come in with curiosity, where it comes from, how it's grown, how it affects the body. Come in with gratitude and love, self-compassion, eat mindfully, eat lovingly, with a lot of energy, and then let it go. Move on to the rest of your day, and when you come for your next meal, again, same process over and over again, building this muscle of food awareness, building this muscle of self-empowerment, optimizing your health one bite at a time. And if you are looking for easy, simple recipes to optimize your health for mindful eating that you can feel good about, no guilt, no shame, whole ingredients, fresh ingredients, minimal ingredients, this is my lifestyle, and I do my best to share a lot of my recipes on my Root to Rise website. So check it out, roottorise.online. The link is here on my Instagram profile bio. So feel free to check it out. I've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, sweet treats, all kinds of desserts, and things made from whole foods. So you're connecting with the earth, you're connecting with yourself. So, butterfly pea flower, holy basil. Thank you all for joining me this morning for our countertop chat. Check out the recipes. If you want Thai food recipes, you can check out my cookbook, Quest for Zest Thailand. And that is on the Root to Rise shop with 50 plus exclusive recipes based on authentic Thai cuisine. It's super awesome. And right here, if you're watching, I will give you a promo code. Use for 20% discount on the Star Edition. Promo code TRIBE, all caps, TRIBE. Welcome to the Root to Rise Tribe. You can purchase the cookbook, Star Edition, 20% off the Quest for Zest Thailand cookbook using the promo code TRIBE. So have a look, purchase your copy, help support Root to Rise. Help support me as an artist and creative and holistic health coach. If you want one-on-one consultations, mind, body, spirit, health, talk about food or your relationship with food, emotions, environments, relationships, anything, check out pricing plans on the website. And I'm here for you to support you. Join me on Friday for making chickpea cookie dough. This is super amazing. Again, cookie dough, our sweet treat from whole ingredients, healthy ingredients. It's super simple, minimal ingredients, whole fresh ingredients. Knowing where our food is coming from, it's super delicious and amazing and tastes like cookie dough. So join me Friday, 9 a.m. We'll be cooking again. And thank you all for joining me this morning. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a beautiful day or evening. Again, feel free to reach out with any questions or comments. Send me a DM. And I look forward for hearing from you or seeing you on Friday for our demo. Cookie dough, yum, yes, please join. Again, that's Friday, 9 a.m. Thailand time. Follow my stories or my posts. I will do other announcements. But it's super amazing, edible raw cookie dough. Well, the chickpeas are cooked, but it's like, you don't cook it like a cookie, you can just eat it. Put it on top of smoothie bowls, cookie dough cake, eat it plain. You've seen some recipes on my feed. So it's really simple and fun. We'll make it together. So grab your ingredients and we'll meet back in my kitchen here and make it step by step together. So I hope everybody learned something today or was able to take something away, maybe a little bit of self-empowerment or mindfulness or gratitude for the earth, for our plants that we consume, and we're raising our vibration here and vitality. And I'm so grateful for all of you joining and tuning in and taking the steps here to take your health into your own hands and reclaim power over your life. So I'm encouraging you, I'm behind you and support you, and I send you so much love. Namaste.